gonna be in your couch all day.
You're gonna want to go take a nap.
Yeah, you better be ready.
Perfect instance. I took back when I had my medical card. Back when weed wasn't legal in this state as far as recreational stores. So you actually had to go have a license to have it. And marijuana is that important to me because I have a terrible back and terrible pains, and I build for a living, and so I'm very active. I'm like a monkey that's 60 years old.
Yep. We're climbing all the time.
So
we're always doing something crazy.
So when someone like us takes a 250 milligram, which is a lot. I mean, let me just put this on a scale.
A lot of people will not touch 200
A
milligrams.
recreational dispensary sells about 10 to 20 milligrams per edible.
Yep.
When you get into the medical side, you get into more like hundreds of milligrams.
Yes.
So you
can get up to 1,000. I've seen 1,000 milligram brownies before. You take a piece. Like, it's, if you've ever seen, like, the movie, Hall Pass.
Love it!
When they're in when they're playing
golf.
Yeah, when they're playing golf.
Yes, he's swimming.
And he calls this guy, and he's like, what? A quarter brownie. Like, oh, shit, we only supposed to eat a quarter brownie. We ate the whole thing. That's something you do not want to do. You know,
if you overdo it, though, on pot, I've never been like them, though. Like... every time I overdo it on edibles,
I go to bed.
It makes me so tired.
Yeah, I just sleep it off. Sleep it right.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah, bye.
Those 250 milligram ice creams, I got them a couple times just because they were so good, and like you buy them on like a Sunday, eat it about noon, you are set up for a nap on your day off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the only day off.
That is the shit. That is my favorite thing in the world is using edibles to help you go to sleep.
So the average...
If you have insomniac, do edibles.
Oh yeah, it'll put you right to bed. Most people do not need to take over 120 milligrams. Because just a regular weed smoker, you know, maybe smokes like a bowl or two a day, should not be taking 250 milligrams of edibles because
it's gonna wreck you.
Yeah, you're gonna go to bed no matter what. If you just want a nice mellow high,
we can't guarantee that actually.
Yeah, we can't
because we smoke it every day. So when we do an edible, it kind of gives us a different kind of high, if you will. Someone that doesn't do it could get a totally different high from edibles.
I feel like
I feel like for us to know that, we would have to get it out of our system, completely out of our system. So like flush for a couple weeks, or actually wait like 35 days and do an edible, a strong edible. See, and even then, I don't think your endorphins and all the things in your brain would come back in time in 35 days for you to get the full experience as to someone that
never smoked.
Doesn't do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, say, like, a Christian boy, like, decided to turn on his family.
No, if he decided to just, let's say an Amish person, decided to leave that escape, more like, because it's a cult.
They're forced into it by their parents.
Sorry, Amish people, but you're in a fucking cult.
It's crazy.
People escape from these Amish communities, and they go out and actually live their lives, and they'll go right into taking a brownie from a party that they go to because they're new to the scene.
And they're like, oh, a brownie, what could be so bad about a freaking brownie?
You're done. It's over. Yeah. You eat that whole brownie, it's done. You're gonna be asleep, you're gonna be like...
The only side of cannabis that is dangerous is edibles, and it's because people don't know their limits. That's the bottom line. If people weren't so ignorant and they could wait 30 minutes to 2 hours, because sometimes you don't even feel it for hours. It could be 2 hours before it hits your system, and that 2 hour wait, someone's gonna be like, oh, I don't feel anything. They're gonna eat more.
Yeah,
and they're gonna eat more, and it's just not good because say someone who they wanted to get high right away, and edibles is not the thing to do that. Edibles is for a weight high. Like, I'm gonna go relax, watch some TV, and wait for this to kick in. All right, if say someone who wanted an instant high and they only had edibles, and they just like, say they ate 150 to start with, a normal dosage. All right, and that's
a lot.
That's a lot. That's still a lot, and
for a first timer.
Yeah, and they're waiting, and nothing's happening. All right, so they get to the point where they're like, "Fuck it, I didn't take."
By the way, if that ever happens to you, we've been told take Tums. Something about the acid in your stomach and the Tums will help that engage the THC. Don't ask me. It's just something I've heard. So if it happens to you, do it. It's worked for other people.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. But, okay, so on that same note, so the guy or girl, whoever, they're waiting for their high, okay, on edibles. They already got a good dosage in, okay. It's just not happening enough time for them. So they're getting, a little mad, maybe not mad because, a lot of people usually don't get mad when they're stoners.
Nope.
But
it's very chilling.
But you know what I mean? Like,
substance.
They'll just eat more and more until, like, it's going to kick in and it's going to come full force because they keep eating it. And
yeah,
edibles to a certain point are dangerous because it's like huge dabs because it's concentrated THC that either they spray on it or they cook it into it. And
it's already heat activated.
Yeah,
because they cooked it.
Yep. And as soon as you cook that, it's over.
Because if you don't know, THC, to get it to affect you, it has to be activated by heat. So any conspiracies you've heard about, you can get high off pot through touching it, or it getting in your pores, is a complete lie.
Yep, complete lie.
It's rubbish.
Yep. It's not cocaine.
No,
it's not
a drug like that.
It's not a drug like that.
No.
I shouldn't be saying it's a
Ronald
drug.
Reagan was wrong.
He wrong.
He wrong. He's wrong.
Wrong no matter
what he was saying though about edibles being very dangerous for you. I also wanted to say one more thing that's also very dangerous for people out there. If you have any lung problems, if you have blood pressure problems, if you have heart rate problems, don't smoke weed. Don't do edibles. Don't do it. It's too risky.
Weed elevates your heart rate.
It's been proven to be bad for people that have heart problems.
Yeah, because it elevates your heart rate.
It
makes your blood pressure go up a little bit, and if your blood pressure is already bad, you don't need nothing making it even worse.
No, they've even linked marijuana smoking to bronchitis.
Well, that's just the smoke
itself giving you bronchitis.
Cigarettes do the same thing, and that's because of the smoke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and
it is dangerous. Don't get me wrong. If you have asthma, don't smoke fucking weed. Do edibles.
I mean, well, my mom has asthma, and she smokes. And
my buddy has asthma too, but some mornings after partying with him, oh my god, he coughs so violently.
Yeah. If you have something along those lines, maybe smoking isn't for you.
Exactly.
Maybe eating.
If you edibles, you ain't smoking it. It's not going in your lungs. I mean, it's a lot better for you healthy-wise, too. They've proven it.
Maybe even vaporizing it.
Just because of the main fact that you're not putting any of the marijuana into your lungs. You're eating it. It's going into your stomach. It's being digested. It's hitting everything. It's going into your bloodstream. It's going everywhere. Instead of just going to your lungs and going to your bloodstream, eating it, it goes to your stomach. It hits your digestive tract. It hits all your intestines and all your
that's why it's
processing organs.
That's why it's such a different high.
Exactly. That's why it's such a body high, because it's flowing through your body.
And that's why it makes you want to go sit on the couch. Like if you say, like me, take 4 dabs in a row, when I'm at home. Okay. 3 or 4 dabs in a row. I'll go upstairs.
I want to hear this. I want to hear. What are you gonna say?
And sit on the couch. All right, and you get so high that your body tingles and you feel like you can't move.
That's called sleeping with your eyes open.
Watching TV, dude, your body's just numb and you're just sitting there like, whoa.
If someone told me, hey, sit down, take 4 dabs in a row, I would say, going to nap time.
No, I'll sit there.
Because if you give me 4 dabs in a row, it's just gonna be what I consider a marijuana overdose. Is sleeping. It's going to nap time. So, I took 4 dabs. That's a marijuana overdose. I'm going to bed.
The biggest dab that I've brought myself to take was about a gram of Reclaim. All right, and if you don't know what Reclaim is, it is basically the resin of wax or hash. And
yep.
It
is what doesn't get burnt by your heating element. That is left as like a residue. That's like a leftover wax.
Exactly. And it is thicker. It smokes more, and it doesn't taste as good. And a gram of this out of a titanium e-nail with a cap on it. All right. So the e-nail set at perfect temp.
Oh my god.
All right. So I'm at my buddy's house. You know, he's got an e-nail, and I just, you know, I was stacking up Reclaim by then.
Yeah.
I was just using Nectar, and they produce a lot of Reclaim, and if you clean them out every day, and you know, you stack up, and so I was getting to a point. I think I had like an 1/8 of Reclaim, and that's a lot of Reclaim. That's a whole jar full, a whole jar like this size full. This looks really small from over there, but it's not really small. It's like 1 inch in diameter. So he has the e-nail heated up to about perfect tip. I think it was around 700, 710, around that area. And so I just I don't even know, it probably was more than a gram. I just took a giant scoop out of my container. And it was about 1 inch like long by 1/2 inch wide. Like it looked like a nice good old piece of wax, like you would buy like a little sheet of like a gram sheet of wax you would buy from the dispensary.
Fuck,
it looked kind of like that, and I, you know, put it on there, put a carb cap on it, and I regret trying to take the whole thing with one breath. That's where I fucked up. I took the whole thing like a gravity bong, basically. I let that motherfucker get as much smoke in the chamber as until it was done, and then I let my breath out, and then I took everything else. And before halfway through taking it all up, I knew I'm going straight to the bathroom. I literally went straight to the bathroom, blew out smoke for about 45 seconds, and I started coughing so hard and throwing up. I went to bed.
Oh god.
And I was waking up in bed, and I felt like I was drunk because like the room was spinning. It's like, don't do what I did. That's one thing. Like it was really bad. I felt like I was hammered drunk.
Oh damn.
Yeah, the room was literally spinning, and I threw up in bed. I couldn't even get up because the room was spinning so bad.
Yeah, I've always thought about like heating up an e-nail like all the way, or like getting a dab element. It's super hot, and just taking a whole container full of Reclaim and just sticking it on it.
With my titanium nail, that would work because the glass jars fit perfect, and you could throw a glass jar on a nail.
Dude.
And that is going to be massive.
That'd be epic, though?
That'd be massive.
Would.
Because just carb capping wax makes it you don't waste any smoke at all. It's like it just keeps it all in there, and it helps it burn faster, I'd say.
Fuck
because if you watch dab videos with people like they have really big glass or really big titanium
big old
nails,
bowl.
big old bowl, and like they'll throw like a gram in there. Or like a 1/2 gram, like a big old fat dab.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there, and it just
or Mountain Man, he'll do like a 10 gram dab.
That crazy motherfucker.
Dumb.
crazy.
Whole slab.
But say they just throw it in there and it just bubbles. It just bubbles until they put that carb cap on there because that